Ever wondered how organizations keep their digital fortresses secure from cyber threats? The answer often lies in a concept called SIEM. Welcome to the fascinating world of cybersecurity, where the stakes are high and the defenders are always on their toes, using tools like SIEM to guard their realms. SIEM stands for Security Information and Event Management. Quite a mouthful, isn't it? But don't let that intimidate you. It's a lot simpler than it sounds. Let's break it down, shall we? Think of security information as the raw data that comes from various sources within an organization's IT landscape. Servers, applications, databases, you name it. This information is constantly being generated and includes everything from user activity logs to system error messages. Then we have event management. This refers to the process of identifying and interpreting relevant events from the vast sea of security information. An event could be anything unusual or noteworthy, like a sudden surge in network traffic or a failed login attempt. So putting it all together, SIEM is the practice of collecting, analyzing, and managing security information to identify and respond to cybersecurity events. It's like a vigilant sentinel, tirelessly sifting through mountains of data to uncover potential threats and keep the digital castle secure. In the context of cybersecurity, SIEM is crucial. It's not just about detecting threats, but also understanding them. SIEM provides a comprehensive view of an organization's security posture, allowing them to see patterns, identify vulnerabilities, and take proactive steps to bolster their defenses. It's like having a bird's-eye view of a battlefield, where you can see all the movements and strategies of your adversaries. This valuable perspective enables organizations to stay one step ahead and maintain the integrity of their IT environments. So SIEM is, in essence, the watchtower that keeps an eye on all the activities within an organization's IT landscape. It's the unseen hero, taking the night shift so that the digital world can sleep soundly. Whether you're a cybersecurity enthusiast or just curious about how organizations protect their data, understanding SIEM is a great place to start. Now that you know what SIEM is, let's delve into its key components. The first component of SIEM we'll explore is data aggregation. Picture a bustling city with numerous roads leading into it. Those roads are akin to the numerous data sources in an organization. Data aggregation is like a traffic control center gathering data from all these sources. This data could come from network devices, servers, databases, applications, and even external threat data feeds. By gathering data from all these sources into a central point, data aggregation makes it easier to sift through and analyze information. It's like having a bird's-eye view of the entire city's traffic, allowing for better decisions and quicker responses. Next, we move on to correlation. If data aggregation is the traffic control center, then correlation is the smart algorithm that makes sense of all the incoming traffic data. Correlation involves linking different data events to identify patterns or detect anomalies. It's akin to identifying a traffic jam due to a specific event, like a parade or a road accident. In the context of cybersecurity, correlation could help identify a potential security threat, such as multiple failed login attempts from a single IP address, which could indicate a brute force attack. Alerting, the third component, is the loud siren that goes off when something is amiss. When the correlation component identifies a potential security threat, the alerting component kicks in. It notifies the relevant personnel about the potential threat, allowing them to take immediate action. Think of it as the emergency broadcast system of your cybersecurity infrastructure. Now, let's talk about dashboards. In our city analogy, dashboards are the display screens showing real-time traffic data in the control center. In an SIEM system, dashboards provide real-time visualization of the security data. They offer a user-friendly interface where you can view and interact with your data, making it easier to spot trends, patterns, or anomalies. It's like looking at a map of the city with live traffic updates, helping you understand the current situation at a glance. Compliance is another key component of SIEM. It's like the city's law enforcement, ensuring all cars are following the rules of the road. In the same way, compliance in SIEM ensures that an organization's IT environment is adhering to the established security policies and regulations. This could be internal policies set by the organization or external regulations like the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. The compliance component helps monitor, report, and document compliance, making it easier for audits and inspections. Finally, we have the retention component. Think of it as the city's traffic data archive, storing past traffic data for future reference. In an SIEM system, the retention component is responsible for storing historical security data. This stored data can be used for future analysis, forensic investigations, or compliance audits. It's like being able to replay the city's traffic data to investigate an incident or study traffic patterns over time. These components work together to ensure that your organization's IT environment is monitored, secure, and compliant with regulations. So, there you have it, the 6 key components of security information and event management. Each component plays a crucial role, working together to provide a comprehensive view of your organization's security landscape. Understanding these components is the first step in leveraging the power of SIEM to protect your organization's data and IT environment. Stay tuned for our next scene where we'll dive into how these components work together in a functioning SIEM system. And as always, if you found this content useful, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Understanding the components of SIEM is great, but knowing how they work together is even more crucial. Let's dive into the intricate workings of a SIEM system. The whole process can be broken down into a few key steps: data collection, normalization, correlation, threat detection, and response. First up is data collection. This is the point where SIEM starts to flex its muscles. It's a bit like a detective collecting evidence from various sources. The SIEM system gathers data from across your entire network. This includes log data from servers, network devices, databases, applications, and even cloud-based services. It's an all-encompassing sweep to gather as much information as possible. Next, we have normalization. If data collection is the detective gathering evidence, normalization is the process of making sense of it all. You see, data comes in all shapes and sizes, and it's not always easy to compare apples to apples. Normalization takes all this diverse data and translates it into a common format. This way, it's easier to compare, analyze, and identify potential issues. It's like translating different languages into one, so everyone can understand and interpret it. Now let's talk about correlation. This is where SIEM starts connecting the dots. It looks for patterns or relationships between different data points. It's like our detective using a whiteboard to link clues together and build a bigger picture. Correlation rules help SIEM to identify what constitutes normal and abnormal behavior. This could be anything from repeated login failures to suspicious network traffic, moving on to threat detection. With all the data collected, normalized, and correlated, SIEM can now start looking for potential threats. It uses predefined rules, statistical baselines, and complex algorithms to spot anomalies or suspicious activities. It's like a vigilant watchman, always on the lookout for anything out of the ordinary. The final step is response. Once a potential threat is detected, SIEM doesn't just sit back and watch. It springs into action. Depending on the severity of the threat, it can trigger alerts, initiate automatic responses, or even direct the security team to take specific actions. It's like a well-trained guard dog, not only alerting you to an intruder, but also doing its best to keep them at bay. But remember, SIEM isn't just a set-it-and-forget-it solution. It's a continuous process. It's always collecting, normalizing, correlating, detecting, and responding. The beauty of SIEM is that it's constantly learning and evolving, adapting to new threats and changing environments. It's like a brain that never stops thinking, analyzing, and protecting. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but it also sounds complicated. And yes, you're right. SIEM is complex, but that's what makes it so powerful. It's this complexity that allows SIEM to handle the vast amounts of data, identify subtle patterns, and respond to threats in real time. It's what makes SIEM a vital tool in any cybersecurity strategy. But don't let the complexity intimidate you. With the right understanding and the right team, SIEM can be your strongest ally in the battle against cyber threats. it can provide you with the insights, the protection, and the peace of mind you need in this digital age. In essence, SIEM serves as the brain of your cybersecurity, constantly analyzing data to detect threats and respond accordingly. You may be wondering, why is SIEM so important? Well, let's dive right into that. The significance of security information and event management, or SIEM, cannot be overstated. In today's digital age, where cyber threats are as common as a cold on a winter's day, SIEM serves as a robust defense mechanism. It's like a vigilant sentinel, always on the lookout for potential threats, ready to raise the alarm and initiate a response when needed. One of the main roles of SIEM is in the realm of compliance. Many organizations operate under strict regulatory environments where data breaches could mean not just financial loss, but also legal repercussions. Regulatory standards such as the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, and the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, or HIPAA, require stringent security measures to protect sensitive data. SIEM helps organizations meet these compliance requirements by providing comprehensive visibility into their IT environments. It tracks, records, and reports on all activities, thereby ensuring that there is an audit trail that can be reviewed and analyzed in case of any compliance concerns. Moving on, SIEM is like the Sherlock Holmes of IT security when it comes to threat detection and response. It collects and correlates data from multiple sources across an organization's IT infrastructure, sifting through this mountain of information to identify patterns and anomalies that could indicate a cyber threat. Once a potential threat is identified, SIEM can trigger alerts and initiate automatic responses to mitigate the threat. This could be as simple as blocking an IP address, or as complex as isolating a segment of the network. This proactive approach to threat detection and response significantly reduces the risk of a successful cyber attack. Moreover, SIEM plays a crucial role in improving an organization's overall security posture. It provides a holistic view of the security landscape, highlighting vulnerabilities and weaknesses that could be exploited by cyber criminals. With this information, organizations can prioritize their security efforts and resources, focusing on areas that are most at risk. Furthermore, the insights provided by SIEM can help in formulating strategic security policies and procedures, which are critical for maintaining an effective defense against cyber threats. But that's not all. SIEM also enhances efficiency and productivity within the IT department. By automating routine tasks, such as log collection and analysis, SIEM frees up valuable time for IT professionals. They can then focus on more strategic and complex tasks, such as improving security architecture or developing innovative solutions to emerging threats. But perhaps the most important aspect of SIEM is its role in incident response. In the event of a security breach, every second counts. SIEM provides real-time alerts and detailed incident reports, which enable a swift and effective response. It can drastically reduce the time between the detection of a breach and the initiation of a response, thereby limiting the potential damage caused by the breach. In conclusion, SIEM is a vital cog in the wheel of cybersecurity. Its importance extends far beyond its role as a tool. It plays a critical role in compliance, threat detection and response, and in improving the overall security posture of an organization. It enhances efficiency, aids in strategic decision-making, and is instrumental in incident response. So the next time you come across the term SIEM, remember, it's not just a tool, it's a vital component of any organization's cybersecurity strategy. It's the sentinel that keeps watch over your digital assets, the detective that uncovers potential threats, and the first responder that leaps into action in the face of a breach. SIEM is not just a tool, but a vital component of any organization's cybersecurity strategy. Let's talk about a subject that's not often discussed when it comes to security information and event management, or SIEM, the challenges. While SIEM is crucial for cybersecurity, implementing and managing it can be challenging. Let's begin with one of the most significant hurdles to effective SIEM implementation: data overload. SIEM systems collect vast amounts of data from numerous sources across a company's network. However, this wealth of information can be a double-edged sword. With such an influx of data, it can be challenging to identify the relevant information amidst the noise. The overwhelming volume of data can lead to alert fatigue, where critical alerts are overlooked because of the sheer number of notifications generated. Now, imagine a scenario where your SIEM system sends you an alert about a potential security threat. You drop everything to address this imminent danger, only to find out it was a false alarm. This scenario brings us to our next challenge: false positives. False positives are alerts that indicate a problem where there is none. They can be caused by misconfigured systems, human error, or even just unusual but non-threatening activity. The problem with false positives is that they can waste precious time and resources. They can also lead to complacency, with real threats potentially being overlooked if too many false alarms are raised. And then we have the challenge of expertise, or rather, the lack thereof. SIEM systems are complex and require skilled professionals to manage them. These individuals need to understand not only how the SIEM technology works, but also the intricacies of the organization's network and the latest threats in the cybersecurity landscape. However, there is a significant shortage of such skilled professionals in the market. This gap can make it difficult for organizations to find the right personnel to manage their SIEM system effectively. Additionally, the complexity of SIEM systems can make them difficult to implement and maintain. It's not just about installing the software and letting it run. It requires constant tuning and customization to ensure that it's correctly identifying threats and not generating unnecessary alerts. This continuous need for maintenance can be taxing on resources, particularly for smaller organizations that may not have a dedicated cybersecurity team. Lastly, let's talk about cost. Implementing a SIEM system can be a significant investment. It's not just the upfront cost of the software, but also the ongoing expenses of maintenance and personnel. For smaller businesses or those with tight budgets, this can be a substantial barrier to entry. Despite these challenges, it's important to remember that the benefits of SIEM far outweigh the difficulties. Having a SIEM system in place can help organizations identify and respond to threats more quickly, reducing the potential damage caused by a breach. It can also aid in compliance with various regulations, which can save businesses from hefty fines. And with the rise of cloud-based SIEM solutions, some of the challenges we've discussed, like cost and the need for skilled personnel, can be mitigated. In conclusion, while SIEM systems do present certain challenges, they are an essential tool in the fight against cyber threats. The key is knowing how to navigate these hurdles to get the most out of your SIEM system. Despite these challenges, the benefits of SIEM far outweigh the difficulties, making it a necessity for today's organizations. And remember, cybersecurity is not a destination, but a journey, and SIEM is a valuable companion on that journey. So, we have covered a lot of ground today on security information and event management, or SIEM for short. Let's take a moment to recap the key points we've discussed to ensure we've grasped the essence of this vital topic in cybersecurity. We started our journey by understanding what SIEM is. As a robust security solution, SIEM combines two critical aspects: security information management, SIM, and security event management, SEM. It helps organizations to track, analyze, and respond to cybersecurity incidents. In essence, SIEM is like the central nervous system of an organization's cybersecurity framework, always vigilant, always protective. Next, we delved into the components of SIEM. We learned that a SIEM system is made up of several parts, each playing a crucial role in maintaining the security posture of an organization. The key components include log collection, centralized data storage, correlation, real-time monitoring, and incident response. These components work in harmony, helping to convert raw data into actionable intelligence. Moving forward, we explored how SIEM works. We discovered that it operates in a cycle that begins with data collection from various sources. This data is then normalized and stored centrally. The real magic, however, is in the correlation engine, which sifts through the data, looking for patterns and anomalies that could indicate a security threat. When such patterns are detected, alerts are triggered, allowing the incident response team to take appropriate action swiftly. We also discussed the paramount importance of SIEM. In today's digital age, where cyber threats are becoming increasingly sophisticated, SIEM serves as a proactive measure to deter these threats. It not only provides visibility into an organization's security landscape, but also aids in regulatory compliance, thus proving its worth as a must-have tool in any cybersecurity arsenal. But like anything else, SIEM is not without its challenges. We acknowledge that while SIEM is highly effective, it requires a significant investment in terms of time, money, and resources. It also demands a high level of expertise to manage and interpret the data it produces. Additionally, the sheer volume of alerts generated by a SIEM system can sometimes lead to alert fatigue, causing critical threats to be overlooked. In conclusion, SIEM is an essential tool in the fight against cyber threats. Despite its challenges, its benefits far outweigh its drawbacks. By providing real-time analysis of security alerts, aiding in regulatory compliance, and offering a centralized view of an organization's security landscape, SIEM proves its mettle as an invaluable asset in today's cybersecurity landscape. As we wrap up, let's remind ourselves of the importance of staying informed and staying secure in this digital age. SIEM is just one piece of the puzzle, but it's a significant one, acting as our first line of defense against potential threats. It's our responsibility to understand these tools, to use them wisely, and to stay one step ahead of the cybercriminals who seek to exploit our vulnerabilities. Remember, in a world full of digital threats, SIEM stands as a strong pillar of defense. So stay informed, stay secure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such insightful content.